On the table we have Kre-O G.I. Joe Collection 3 Mystery Minifigure Packs. I can't believe I've sat on these as long as I have, picking them up about a few months ago. Things just kept getting in the way. Although if things mean dragons, then that's okay. On the back of the package here you can see the 12 different figures to collect of various G.I. Joes and the villainous Cobra terrorists. Luckily, Kre-O still prints the numbers on the side of their packs. So hopefully I have 12 individual figures to look at. Because there's possibly 12 figures here, I'm just going to open up one and then we'll check out the rest as we go along. So this is pack number 4006104 and it is none other than the Crimson Guard Tomax. Wahoo! One of my favorites from the olden days. The Kreons also have really nice character-specific weapons. I think we all remember the classic commercial with Tomax and Zamox and their grappling hook string weapon. Don't ask me how long it took to assemble this just now. Really tiny hole to fit the string in. But just like the old show, they would slide down kind of a zipline-esque thing, and you can kind of do the same thing with this piece here. So really cool to have. And I just smartly realized I could just look for another Tomax here and just switch his arm shield to the other side, and we would have a close enough go at Zaymot then, right? Because they're identical twins. Pack number 4006103 is a Polar Assault Eel. I think I recognize this guy from some of the cold weather snow episodes of the old classic show. Got a nice little polar dude with a helmet and a little snow parka up front, kind of plain on the back. He comes with a little rocket launcher that sits on the ground and an assault rifle that Lego never can do. You can also see some nice detail on his chest piece for polar suit. So a pretty neat little army figure if you want to build up your polar team. Pack number 05, we have Dreadnought Tom Torch Winkin, who is pretty special to me because I think this is probably the third or fourth G.I. Joe action figure I had in the 1980s. So I had this guy for quite a long time as a figure, and it's really neat to have him in a Kreon form. I like how they're representing them almost exactly how they used to be. He even has a little skull necklace on his chain there, and looks just like him with that cool beard and that really awesome weapon, torch weapon he has. So pretty fun to get this guy, and we'll have to start building a nice little Dreadnought army as well. Pack number 43 is Night Creeper, a character I don't know really well. I can't really place him very well. I've never been too big of a fan of the ninja-like characters. This is a pretty neat little minifigure regardless. Has a sword on his backpack, a neat little crossbow with a firing weapon. He kind of reminds me of a Transformer with the shielding up front on his torso. Package number 44 is Nunchuck, another ninja-like character. I really don't know where he's from. I definitely fall in the 1986, 87, 88 line of classic G.I. Joes, so some of the characters here and there I'm not too familiar with. This is a great figure too though. Has a cute little intricate nunchuck piece and one of those cool 3-piece sword backpacks, even though only one sword fits in the back. He's got kind of a soft hoodie to protect his face, but he still has another plastic hoodie on top of that head. It's a guy, right? Anyhow, kind of has like a really bright green camo-like uniform and will go pretty well fighting your G.I. Joes. Unless this guy is good. Is this guy good? Who is this guy? Package number 50 is Atomic Man, who again I know next to nothing. Boy, I know, call myself a G.I. Joe fan, right? You'll have to help me out with this guy, but he is truly fantastic. One of those helicopter guys. He can fly around with this little accessory he has, and one of the coolest things that you can't tell from the packaging is he's got a clear leg, probably bio, and another clear arm piece going on that just makes him just totally awesome character. Kind of a camo-like guy. I'm assuming he's G.I. Joe. He's got kind of a cool little sparkle in his eye. So in the comments you'll have to tell me all about this guy, and after this review I have to go to Wikipedia. Now we're getting somewhere with pack number 51, Carl Doc Grier. I totally remember this character and always enjoyed his antics. Very cool under pressure. I like that he has a gun. He's not a pacifist like Lifeline, although I do like Lifeline for other reasons. I think that's a microscope or some sort of field tricorder, I'm not really sure. He has this really cool stretcher accessory, so now I could start injuring my Crayon Joes and have Doc come in and save them. Really glad they made this guy, and he's going to complement the figures really well. Set number 52 is the Flight Jet Trooper. This figure easily probably has the most pieces because he's got this really nice intricate jetpack going on with 2 boosters and some clear jet-like pieces coming off and some wings. A neat little assault rifle with scope, or is that a missile, on top. Has really cool detailed paint going on in his chest for all the little pockets and harnesses, and a little air mask for flying up high into the screen. This guy is really neat to have and is a fun character. Join Cobra because being a trooper is fun. Package number 53 features Andrew Footloose Myers. He's a character that was quite prominent in the first season of the cartoon, I believe, and for some reason I kind of forgot about him for a good 10-15 years, and then one day I was watching the show and then I was like, oh yeah, I kind of remember that guy. He was pretty funny. Very Californian or so, right? Maybe. Everything was cool, that sort of thing. Footloose, right? This looks like one of the few Army men figures we're going to see in Collection 3, but very welcome to have. Lots of fun. And again, join G.I. Joe. It's fun. Package number 54 is Lady Jaye, and Flint will really like that. G.I. Joe's power couple. Lady Jaye is sporting a really bright green army suit with her trademark hat and staff weapon, which is kind of funny to me. I wonder how that is when you're applying to get into G.I. Joe and it's like, I have awesome spear skills, please let me in. And they're like, okay, she carries a spear, that's cool, she's in. Very welcome figure to be had, and I will be using her quite a bit in my G.I. Joe Crayon battles. Pack number 66 is the Cobra Weapons Builder Scrap Iron. Now I thought the Flight Jet Trooper had the most pieces, but maybe Scrap Iron has him beat with his little miniature missile launcher toy that is, again, very character specific. He always seems to come with that. This is a great figure of Scrap Iron. You can see he's got his great damaged face from probably blowing up something in his face. Pistol, got the right colors, total Cobra Officer to the core. Very nice figure to have when you're building your Cobra army. He's kind of essential. Neat little bomb device or launcher for his missiles. So very welcome figure. Maybe the only problem here is this little goggle visor can pop off a little easy, but that's just kind of what you expect with Kre-O. And finally, finishing off, package number 86, Lowlight. I believe a Season 2 Real American Hero favorite of mine. The sniper who was once afraid of the dark, then learns to conquer his fears and goes out at night and kills people. Really cool toy this is. I like his dark color scheme with the grays, got the little red goggles just like you would expect from Lowlight. Very character specific. A really funny thing here, this guy has a backpack with a G.I. Joe meal ready to eat ration going on for his late night assassin of killing Cobra misdeeds and such. So very great finish to the series, and how awesome. I was able to collect them all, and pretty easily too. I went to Toys R Us one day, and believe it or not, all 12 packs were sitting there. No repeats or anything. I checked through the numbers and ran with it. Maybe someone did the work for me. Thank you for that. That helped me show all 12 off for this video. So that would be the Collection 3 of Kre-O G.I. Joe. Another really good assortment of characters of G.I. Joes, Cobras, Ninjas, and such. I recommend these if you're into G.I. Joe, of course, and if you need some extra little army minifigures to pick up, because LEGO doesn't really do that sort of thing. My favorites of the set probably are Doc and Lady Jaye. Those are 2 key Joes to have on your team. And maybe Tomax and Scrap Iron and Torch are also nice to have. Hopefully we'll see a Collection 4, and there is a Terrordrome set I will have to get. That's what I have to say about that.
Can I play with your Kre-O Joe please, squirrel?